This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Tariq, hey.
Hey.
Alright, hey, before we get started, hey, once again, time for Austin's weird life segment rant about stuff that goes on. Alright, so hey, as you know, Christmas is in a few weeks and everything,
yes,
right?
Discord is advertising Snow's Giving, which confuses me, but sure, yeah.
All right, so every year for my friend group, right? I do a Christmas thing with the Christmas card, right? Sometimes I write a fact, sometimes I write something dumb. So this year my plan was to write bird facts, right? Like just facts about birds. But you know what's the good thing about recording? Yeah, right? But the good thing about recording our podcast weekly, right, is that, hey, it tells a lot can happen from when we last recorded till today, right?
Yeah,
Right? So I ended up scrapping my bird fact and switching to something that's way more recent event for my Christmas card.
Okay,
right?
what facts might they be? Are they still animal-based?
No, they're not facts anymore. They're quotes, okay?
Oh, good.
They're quotes.
Quotes from who?
Oh boy, hey, they're quotes from two people, alright? And the thing is, I did not write in my card, I did not say who the quote is by, right? Alright, I put down two names, and now my friends have to guess, did this person say this quote, or did this person say that quote?
Oh god, yeah,
Right?
Alright, so what
are
the two names?
Do you want to take a guess on the two names before I tell you the two names?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Kanye West, but the second one is Tila Tequila.
Oh boy, hey, you are 50% right.
Okay.
The second
I'm gonna
person...
say I'm gonna say Kanye West and fucking Hans Goebbels or whatever, the fucking guy from the Nazi, the guy that helped fucking...
you're getting close. You're very close. You're dangerously close, right? Right? You need to go higher on the system tier, right?
Okay. I think that Hitler would be too easy for you to pick, so I mean, I'll say Hitler and Kanye West.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I thought it would be a little bit more niche with.
But here's the problem. When I was writing the card, so I have an so in my general, I have 16 friends, right? So that makes it easy for me to manage, right? So I was writing card. As I was counting the card, I was like, I realized that after I wrote down all the card and I counted the cards, I realized there was only 15 cards. And I was like, I am missing a quote by one person, right? So I did 8 Hitler and 8 Kanye quotes, right? So then I had to count. Well, I couldn't count. I had to actively go through all the cards again and read the quotes to figure out who it was. And I was like, in the end, I was like, I am missing one Hitler quote. And I said that out loud. And I was like, wow, that was a bad thing. Boy, it's a good thing I'm inside.
So did Kanye.
Right, so yeah. So then I had to go back online and looked up an 8th Hitler quote to put down on my card.
Did you at least, fucking do this in an incognito tab or something?
Hey, look, don't worry. Like I told Austin earlier yesterday with this story. Hey, look, the only person that looks this up is a person in Malaysia, right?
Jesus.
Hey, look, Jack was there. He's like, oh, yeah, look. The FBI must have, man, how does this guy in Malaysia have such good internet speed, right? Man,
he's got great... His up-down speed is fucking insane.
Right? I didn't even realize that... I'm not going to say my internet service, right? What's up? Let's see. Chrome, Fox, Verizon... box, where the fuck? I didn't even realize they have internet that has an internet service in Malaysia. Holy man, they must be a really global reach, Yeah. But yeah, hey, look. So that was my thing. I did earlier this week when it's time because I have to because my friend's Christmas party is coming up in 2 weeks. I was like, so good thing I actually waited because normally I do all this stuff at the beginning of the month to get it over with. But the whole Kanye House show happened so recent. I was like, oh, cool.
This is way better.
Yeah, this is way better than me writing stupid bird facts right? But now I can at least save those bird facts for next year. See, the question is, I don't know which friends I wrote down for which quotes, because after I wrote down the quotes, I put them in the card, and then I shuffle all the cards, and that's when I started writing my friend's name on the card, so hey, this Christmas party is gonna get real interesting now.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't help that one of my friends is actually Jewish, so I hope
that joke goes well.
Right? Right, so yeah, so that's what's been going on in my life. But you know whose life isn't going so well?
I mean, at this point, I almost say fucking Aces, because he got his fucking shit stolen.
Oh, yep. Right? Hey, it's Kamen Rider Geats, episode 13. Conspiracy 4. Recapture the Driver.
Yeah. Hey, if you see a small girl running around with a red hat, don't call the police. Stop her so that she doesn't rob you. That's the main lesson I've learned from this. Don't let yourself get robbed by a small girl in a fucking red hat.
Don't trust small children.
Yeah.
Right?
They're always going to betray you. But yeah, this is hey, look, at least as far as other things are concerned, fucking Kayla finally gets a job, kind of, and Punk Jack is he's working on the 3-strike rule at his office, where they're like, listen, you fuck up again, you're going back to the fucking pound.
But who is Summer recording this video for in the beginning?
Yeah, so that's my thing, right? So before, and I guess this is part of like the whole thing with Kayla coming back, right? Is before it seemed like, okay,
Kayla was supposed to be the audience
for himself, and he's doing it for himself to like record his memory. Then Sumeri's started doing it, and I was like, okay, well, she's doing it because Kay was gone, and like, I guess somebody has to, for whatever reason.
Like, someone has to blog this, right? Right? So that way, at the end of the season, you can do a little highlight clip and everything, right?
But then Sumeri is also doing it, like, just as a, like, day 12 of my life in captivity with this man who's decided to live as my brother, and it's like, okay, I mean, that's different. It's not quite where I thought that was going, but okay.
Look, she wants evidence to know that she was alive,
Yeah, hey, when the police find her body after Geats has done unspeakable acts of evil, they'll be able to know, oh yeah, this Death Game employee is like, this is what happened to her.
Right. But
boy,
hey,
this is an episode of actually a lot of conspiracies, like, coming to, like, to the forefront, because we finally learn that, yes, Old McFarmer, who does have a name, by the way, fucking, like, what his role is, we find out that there are other people, like, involved in this game besides Girori/Game Master, and, like, just all of this shit about, that's different, that's different too, okay, cool, alright, we're doing a lot of stuff here.
But we're the conspiracy, we're building up this conspiracy, like, we're laying out the groundworks for it, right?
It's spreading the conspiracy goes all the way to the top, left, right, still not sure, because the number of people, even fucking Neon is like, hey, Dad, why do you know about the
Are you involved in this?
Game?
Why do you always look like you're angry, right?
Yeah. It's really, again, it's something where so far they haven't done anything to, like, warrant it, like, they haven't done anything that is concerning with
outrageous, right? They haven't said, like, everything is like, we're being drip feed, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not like what happened with Saber or Revice with his story, like, oh man, what the fuck is actually going on? Like, what's the deal with this? Like, we're actually getting, like, a steady flow of information that's happening, instead of being like, hey, check it out, look at this episode where fucking Iki disappeared from the phone.
All this stuff is happening. I mean, all this stuff with Iki's photos, and also, like, by the way, George's dad made the drivers, and he has a whole backstory with the family, and Iki's dad was a Kamen Rider, and, like, it's like, oh, okay, we're really, like, adding a lot to the plot right now. I mean, we were still trying to answer other questions. You haven't really taken care of that yet, and you're really just going straight into that, huh? Oh, okay, I mean, I wouldn't have suggested that, but... Oh, okay, cool. I mean, fuck, man, but, like, jeez. This is so far, it's like, we're still kind of figuring stuff out, and, like, there's clearly multiple points of interest working here, like, I'm just gonna keep calling him, like, Farmer McDonald. Like,
I think his name is, like, fuck, I know he has a name.
It's like Actilla or something, or...
Yeah, it's fuck, let me see, I'll pull up... But yeah, that's the good thing about being on the Wikipedia page. I can look up the... Oh, boy, Archimedel?
Oh, Archimedel, yeah. I feel like it's probably, like, Archimedes, like the fucking whatever, fuck. I know he's some Greek, like, inventor or something.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put out his...
That's what the fuck he's supposed to be, but, like...
Yeah.
It's Archimederu. So, Archimedel? But anyway, point is, like, he's got his own thing. He's, like, sympathizes with the Jamato for whatever reason. And so it's like,
he raised them, you know? Right?
Yeah, how dare they keep hurting my babies that I keep sending to die? Why would I keep making them to die if, God, the fucking Jamato fucking, like, cry like babies now, or giggle like babies? That's fucking weird.
Right.
But yeah, whole thing is just, like, fundamentally weird as shit.
Right? Look, and like, right, the fact that the monster we've been fighting has stuff that they've been actively raising, you know?
Yeah. It's, like, the only thing I can think of...
Like, it's like, what is this cycle is supposed to run? Like, because it's clear that there's, like, some type of weird cycle that's going on, right? But we don't know what's exactly the purpose of this cycle, you know?
Yeah, who is this for? Like, are you trying to... Like, is this for the Jamato? Is this for, like, some other organization? Where did you get the Jamato? It's a lot of stuff that... There's a lot of stuff here already that is, like... That are questions being built upon. Like, obviously we already had the question of, like, where are the Jamato coming from? And then it's like, okay, well, we've gotten more information on it, but we still have questions about who is this person making them and, like, why the DGP is, like, related to it. But... The idea that it's, like, I don't know, it's so, there's a lot of different things going on, and I don't know if we're going to get I have such a, like, complicated relationship with Reiwa at this point, that I'm like, I really hope that this is gonna, like, stick the landing and keep going, but boy, you guys are not batting 100 on this, like, But yeah, hey, Keiwa gets a job, Neon questions her dad, everybody else,
hey, look, they
everybody
see a
notices
small child.
Yeah, everybody sees a small child, and then all of a sudden their fucking ID cores fall on the ground, and they notice absolutely nothing at the time. Because I guess they're always carrying their belts on them at all times.
I mean, that's what... Hey, look, it's like every Kamen Rider, you always magically have... Look, magically in their back pocket, it's their belt, you know.
Yeah, right? it's the magic backpack or whatever, the Deadpool thing of, like, you can just pull out shit from your ass, but, like...
right out. Look, you're always ready.
I just think it's funny that if they do have the fucking belt in, like, whatever magical pocket for themselves, they just all notice, like, the girl, and then they notice their ID core fall, but they don't notice that their belts are missing. Like, that seems weird to me.
I mean, to be fair, because look, do you think it's the classic mixed direction that fucking pocket thieves use? You're like, hey, hey, you dropped something.
Look at my shiny red hat. Ignore the fact that I've just stolen from you. You know, that's the nicest way to put it. But here's the thing that I would say is, you know, maybe you just don't trust Don't trust the child. Don't trust a child walking around by themselves unattended with, like, a fucking sun hat. Like, I just would be like,
right,
oh god,
especially in the middle of winter, you know, right?
Yeah, and especially when when you're already existing in a death game, because once she collects everybody's belts, shit just gets real with the Jamato, and they just show up. Before we go on too far, I feel like we should have to stop and go, hey, look, Geats, I guess, or Ace is still technically the star of the stars of the stars, because all of his fucking wishes,
just stack up, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just funny to see him at this fucking, photo shoot, and then this woman approaches him for, saying, hey, we'd like to work together. And I assume, because of, already knowing the premise of this episode being, oh, they're gonna have to, get back their drivers, I thought she was going to be the one that stole the fucking driver from him. And then it just turns out that that's completely unrelated, technically, right?
Yeah.
She's just there to talk to him, actually, and you're like, oh, they're actually just having, a business deal, and then she just walks away, and then the fucking small girl shows up and tries to steal his driver. And again, Ace being the alpha giga Chad or whatever that he's supposed to be, he's the only one that catches on that she's trying to steal his fucking driver.
Right.
And then, he fights the Jamato and still gets it stolen.
Look, it's like you say, look, you can't trick the fox, you know, right? You can't out-con the con man as he performs his con, you know, right?
Yeah, his con, his fox con.
Right? Can't get him with that.
Yeah. But hey, fucking Ace and Punk Jack decide to show up, and Punk Jack is still just, at this point, overtly going, fuck pretenses, I'm just gonna try and fuck you up. I have diplomatic immunity. I have, employee privileges. I'll just punch you right here.
I have the admin game tag on my profile, you know? I don't have to follow the rules. I can use the cheats, you know, right?
Yeah. But yeah, fucking...
Oh boy, hey, look, he
still loses
boy, hey, look, man, look, he really needs to keep better track. She just steals that thing real quick.
Yeah, right off of his fucking waist.
In the middle as he's transforming. As he is transforming, right?
Yeah, she's got the steal skill from fucking Konosuba. But yeah, also it turns out that the whole... Because I don't think we saw when the Jamato first transformed that they saw them actually put in a core ID. But it's a whole thing. There's a core ID for the Jamato and a belt.
Yeah, buckle. I don't think we've seen the Jamato's core ID.
So there's a core ID and a buckle to go with it, which means that it's I feel like the Jamato core IDs, I guess that's what comes from the cracked core IDs that get broken from, dead riders.
Yeah.
So, sure. But the fact that everybody basically has to try and deal with the Jamato rider, which was already a problem, right?
Yeah.
It was, without the fever buckle, everybody was, having trouble. But the fact that they're trying to, fight them without being able to transform is wow, this is really fucked. The game is actively trying to just hurt you. It does not want you to win.
Oh, yeah, hey, boy, hey, look, our favorite character, Win, did not realize that either, you know? He's like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? So, clearly he's still, at risk of losing, just like everybody else. But, Garori's surprised when the Jamato riders show up. Fucking, Farmer McDonald is oh, the Jamato get to evolve just like riders. Hallelujah Win is in the same situation of what the fuck, guys? I didn't get this in the memo. And then we get introduced a fourth faction within the DGP that is playing against the people playing against them, and it's who's actually, and not including fucking whatever's going on with Neon's dad, right? There's a lot of factors going here, and it seems like they're all not communicating with each other and going against each other, and it's you're not even fucking organized within this organization. What the fuck are you trying to do?
There's too many independent parties within this.
Yeah, it's everybody's an independent contractor doing their own shit, and then it's oh wow, oh boy, yeah, you are stepping on everybody else's shit,
right.
But they're actively. I would say that for the most part, 3 out of the 5 like forces that we just listed, Garori, Hallelujah, and fucking Farmer McDonald, are all kind of working towards the same goal of fucking over Geats, but they're doing it to varying like degrees.
I mean, would you think Farmer McDonald is trying to fuck over? I think
he's trying to fuck over all of the Kamen Riders. Geats included. I'm just saying in the spectrum of trying to fuck them over. I think like Garori is focused on fucking over Geats.
Yeah, because he fucked himself up, right?
Yeah,
he kept allowing Geats to win, you know. Right?
And Punk Jack is trying to fuck Geats up.
Just for pettiness, right?
Right, and they feel like, and I think Garori is, like, under the assumption, or feels like Farmer McDonald is also trying to fuck up Geats, but not realizing that he's trying to fuck over all the Kamen Riders, right? And Garori is willing to fuck up Geats, even if it means fucking over Hallelujah. So it goes Hallelujah just on a like person to person level, fuck over Geats. That's his main goal. Then it goes fucking Garori, fuck over Geats, even if it means fucking over Hallelujah or anybody else, like any of the other Kamen Riders. And then it's Garori, who's like fuck over the Kamen Riders, and if I get like Geats along the way, that's who. I mean, he's a Kamen Rider, isn't he? So yeah, fuck him. Like that's the fucking chain, like food chain of like who's trying to eat who just to wind up getting Geats, and Geats is like doing all that. Meanwhile, Keiwa's just trying to make fucking Tanuki soba and like try to not like be a stain on society.
But look, he needs to pay rent, right?
Yeah.
Like, date's coming up,
The fact that Keiwa gets transferred in the fucking like chef waiter like outfit is fucking hilarious to me, because he just like it's again Keiwa being our like normal quote unquote person, our like audience insert is just like he really just always in every single like moment that it's just like all of the other Kamen Riders like untransformed, like you see Neon, Michinaga, Hallelujah, and like Ace, all four of them are like you can kind of see like a character design, and Keiwa just looks out of place in every single fucking shot that he's in. He's just like, he looks like a lost child, like literally in every single. Ignoring the fact that this episode is actively about a lost child, he looks like a lost child. Like, oh, what? Even in a show, I mean, to be fair, that's almost part of the charm of Geats so far, which has just been, we're taking a bunch of random civilians and throwing them into a death game. Some of them are old men, and some of them are fucking, like, housewives, and some of them are... So far, we haven't had any literal children. Like, there's been some that look like they're in high school, but, like, we haven't had a fucking 8-year-old. But, like... But we've had a lot of old people so far. We've had, like, people that just don't belong.
Oh, hey. But, like... Hey, if this ain't like Black Sun, do you think do you think the people they're choosing are following the Black Sun philosophy?
Look, if this is anything like Black Sun, I'm wondering when the race war starts.
I mean, do you think that's what Farmer McDonald's trying to... He's trying to create the perfect race, and so he has to keep sending out Jamatos.
Oh, no.
And trying to figure out what's wrong with this batch. So like, oh yeah, I gotta
what are his music tastes? Right. Jesus. Okay, but... Alright, so this is... What's so weird about this game, though, is... So it's set up as... The game of this round is musical chairs. Yeah. The idea that one of the Jamato has a belt, and
Ace's belt,
and the rest of the belts are like out there, like to get back. And if whatever rider doesn't have a belt by the end of it, they're kicked out. Which I get it, makes sense, but there's some fucking like loopholes to it that are immediately exploited with like one. Just kill the Jamato and get the belt back.
Yeah, right. Just
2, what if more belts, like... Clearly the fucking, like, Farmer McDonald has a surplus of belts, so this is a completely falsified, like...
Yeah, right? It's not a real threat,
right?
Because the only thing that's unique is the core ID.
Yes,
right?
as confirmed by both the events of the episode and the rules given to us Death Note style at the end.
Yeah,
but, like,
right?
But we already kind of figured that out. But, like, It's so...
But it's like, they definitely have a whole bunch of these, like, because the belts are, right? Because the core ID is only that important, I guess.
Yeah.
But, and the belt is just like, you need this, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right? They definitely have, like, like the belts, I mean, the drivers, like, the core IDs are unique. But the belts are, it's just like, they just have a bunch of belts, you know, right? It's like, it's like when you buy a printer, like, oh yeah, I definitely need this printer, right? But I need a bunch of paper, and I can just keep getting paper. I should buy more paper. I need more papers than I need printers, you know, right?
Yeah.
For a printer, I only have to buy once, but a driver, I should have but paper, I should buy a bunch of those just in case, you know, right? Yeah. You might never know when you need to print out stuff with paper, right?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's such a thing of, like, wait, why is this the...
Yeah, right?
Okay,
like,
sure. And also, like, this also doesn't... It also doesn't answer, like, okay, so I get it with the Bishop Jamato shows up, this Jamato Rider. Who is the child? Why is there a child just walking around stealing our shit?
That's part of the conspiracy, you know? Like, look, we're still in the conspiracy. Or, boy, hey, look.
Like, so why do we have to... I understand that we have to find our drivers, but it makes more sense of, like, a... like, Easter egg hunt than, like, fucking catch the child. Like, run around Japan and try and catch a little girl, like, and then, like, half the game is just track down this child and steal your shit back from this child.
Do you think we'll get a resolution to this child within the next 4 hours? Like, assuming that every game is 8 episodes, as I was shown in the...
Every season, you mean? Like,
every season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's 8 episodes long. So you think, hey, look, I'm sure they have to resolve this child within the next 8 episodes, you know, hopefully. Maybe.
I mean, unless, the only thing I can think of is that the child is going to turn out to be the Bishop Jamato.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, also for some reason, the girl is visible to anybody, question mark? Or is it specifically, like, important that we noticed that Keiwa's sister, like, saw the child? Because
right? Are we still trying to hit something more to Keiwa's sister or not?
Yeah, I'm still feeling weird about Keiwa's sister being as involved in the plot, like, the development
when
as
she was supposed to be
is.
like this mindless character, right? Like I was just putting her like as an extremely minor character, like the Soba man, the guy.
Yeah, I mean, or Ben and John.
Oh, hey,
everybody's favorite Americans.
Ben and John look like they could be up to something, you know, right? Hey, look. It's like if Black Sun has taught me anything, you gotta keep your eyes out on the
Look out for the Americans. Oh, yeah, look out for those kaijins. You never know what kaijins are up to.
Right?
Kaijins leave Japan.
Right? But but Keiwa's sister is definitely being more involved, right? I was like that's something, right? So, how much memory do you think she has lost in her life, right? Well, we know she lost memory from when her parents were killed. Right,
and also, the thing is, okay, so she gets her memory brought back by touching Keiwa's core ID, which reminded her of when her parents were killed in one of the previous games. I mean, their parents were killed in one of the previous games. But seemingly that's the only memory she had, I guess, that was relevant to the games, because I guess when it's rewritten, it removes all memory or sense of the DGP.
Yeah.
Like, for all, I assume, not just the contestants that lose, but all of the people that are reborn. But if she winds up touching the core ID again, is it going to stack and she's going to first remember their parents dying, and then also she's going to remember Keiwa being a Kamen Rider before, and then Keiwa getting kicked out because of damage loss, and then, like, is she gonna have a fucking existential crisis by having the second half? Like, she's going to remember not only the first past self's death of her parents, because presumably she re-forgot the death of her parents, because it was the last version of her that remembered it, and that was in relation to the DGP. So it would have been re-forgotten. So she would remember touching the core ID, seeing Keiwa be a Kamen Rider, then she would remember going back and remembering her parents dying from the game. So she'd get 2 fucking versions of herself's memories relating to the DGP loaded back into her brain. and she'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And like,
oh,
it just feels like a fucking existential crisis waiting to happen for her. Like she's gonna fucking snap and break. I don't know. I predict either she's going to become important in a good way, like she's going to like develop as a character and I don't know, become a Kamen Rider, become like someone that helps. I don't know. Or she's going to meet an incredibly tragic end. She's going to try and get way too involved and helpful, and she's going to get fucking murdered. Like.
And you think that'll be the catalyst? Because hey, I don't know if you noticed this week's opening. Did you, right? So that's the thing about like that's what the new thing about games, like they're actively having updated openings.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So now we have all 5 of our riders back, or at least we have all 5 of our riders, but we've kept the silhouettes from Retta and Old Man.
Mm-hmm. But did you notice anything else about this opening? Right?
It looked kind of like there were scenes that we haven't seen yet.
Keiwa looks completely different in the opening. Someone made a post about it, right? If you look at Keiwa from any other opening and compare it to this opening, boy, okay. Hey, look.
I'm looking back at the opening, ignoring the Old Man, ignoring Retta. There's Neon. Keiwa, let's see, hold on. Let's see. There's Hallelujah. There's Neon. Keiwa looks more intense. He's got like he's got his fucking. I mean, it's showing him in his ninja buckle form. That's for sure.
But the image that they use for it in front of him, right, like with his character profile, is completely different to the character profile that they use up until this point.
It's more of a fighting stance. Right?
Yeah, like he's actually like, and this is the he actually looks like, is this, are we gonna get a Michinaga?
Or is he just gonna be like, fuck around and find out? I ain't just some bitch ass little Tanuki boy.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, honestly, this episode goes incredibly well for Keiwa, all things considered, based off of how the end of the episode goes, because it's just like, all right, so Keiwa gets a lot of good moments. Keiwa fights like all these Yamato by himself and manages to like steal back both of the drivers that the little girl is about to give them, throw one to Neon, and keep one for himself and like transform. It's like it's an incredibly like great moment for him to actually fucking do something, like. And, like, be, like, not just be, like, fucking around and fumbling. And then, like, him... Because we've already established from the very beginning of the show, like, whether it's a romantic ship or not, just the, like, the pairing of Neon and Keiwa as, like... They got introduced to the game together, and they're both, like, relatively, like, normal human beings. So they're just like, yeah, I don't want to die in this death game, so maybe we just try to, like, work together and not just, like, be, like, sociopaths just trying to win a game. Like, if we could just work together to try and stay alive, that would be great.
Right.
And so, like, both Keiwa and Neon come in and they're just like, hey, guys, we will die if we don't win. Just in case you forgot. And I know you all have... I know that the other 3 of you are all having a dick measuring contest. We gotta get through this. Like, do you want to die? No. Then we just fucking try to work together for 5 seconds. Like, please. Because, like, I mean, we do get a great moment with, like, Michinaga, like, absolutely, like, Black Widowing a bunch of fucking Jamatos, like, doing the leg lock over their heads and shit.
Look, he doesn't need his driver, you know?
The driver
is just his limiter, you know, right? Yeah. It's like when Rock Lee was fighting Gara.
Yeah, you think that taking off a simple buckle will make you stronger? Oh, shit, it broke the ground. Yeah. But...
Right?
The fact that Azuma is still at this point of, like, I don't need friends. It's like, motherfucker, you will die. You will absolutely die.
I just want to say something. Can we talk about the fact that Neon asked our audience to find a small child?
Yeah, hey, look. Listen, fuck an
I was like, what? boy, I don't think it's right. You should be asking your audience, like, hey, help me find this small child. Have you seen this small
well, she was like, hey, it's really important to me. Don't ask questions, okay? I'm not saying that she's related to me. I'm not saying... I mean...
Absolutely.
That's a good question. I'm going to look this up. What... Oh, boy, I don't know how to look this up. Pull up an incognito window.
Okay.
How does Japan...
what is Japan?
For missing minors.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is Japan's doxing rules, right?
I'm
pretty sure Japan.com.
Oh, this is just a 2016 article of Japan's crisis of missing and abused children. Oh boy. Let's see. This is a 2019 article from NHK World Japan News.
I don't see any laws about Japan and about.
Boy, actually, it looks really bad. Oh, this looks really bad. Wow. There are no public records in Japan. Almost all government records are confidential. There's a website called findmyparent.org, which just seems incredibly fucking depressing because it's not specifically for Japan. You can choose from any country to try to find your parent. But there's like there's a lot of there's apparently there's been a sharp increase in child abuse since an 80-fold increase from 1990. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Sometimes they get just removed from the resident database because, hey, can't be missing if you never existed. Boy, wow. Well, maybe sometimes you have to go on Instagram Live to find a missing child, I guess. That's what I've got to say. Hey, look, sometimes the Amber Alert means something.
I like how my related search to Japan's doxing law has one of them as related searches. Japan Airlines.
Oh.
Sure, but I guess there's no big law, so I guess, hey, look, if you want to dox people, move to Japan, I guess.
Here's the best, oh, boy,
here's the best airline, right?
Jesus. But anyway, so Neon did what she had to. She crowdsourced child abduction.
Right, help me find this small child.
Not because she was abducted from me, because I need to abduct her.
Look, she stole something from me, so I'm gonna steal. Look, this small child, right, who doesn't know anything,
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna steal it back.
But yeah, meanwhile, Ace, Punkjack, and fucking Ozma are all still just, like, convinced on solo doloing this shit and just fighting. It is an interesting moment of, like, because so much of this series has been set up based off of, like, the game logic of, like, hey, you enter the game, you transform. We haven't really gotten a moment where we've needed to or even had, like, any of the writers fighting without transforming. It's good to know that, like, they could if they had to.
It's like more of a fight or flight type of thing, right?
I mean, it's what, like, Kawa and Neon, I think, is, like, fight or flight. But I think for the other three, it's like, no, I'll actually murder a person.
We can fight, right?
Look,
Look, the D
you don't get to survive. You don't get to survive since 1 AD without learning how to kill a man.
Right. Look, I've been at all the wars, right?
Yeah, I've seen it all.
Right? The Revolutionary, the Civil, 100-year, you know, right? I might have helped started a few wars,
Yeah. The 1-year war from Gundam. The Grips conflict, also from Gundam. The Calamity War also from Gundam.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah,
I've tried. I mean, technically, the entire the entirety of Gundam X is based off of the after-war century. That's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. That's technically has war in it.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that would come to the most perplexing moment this season where we get 2 new characters who we've never seen or shown before be like, hey, we're watching this thing too.
Yeah,
you know,
hey,
right?
guess what?
This is really out of nowhere, but in the show,
it's not
right?
it's 2 characters we hadn't seen before in the context of what they are, because we saw the woman earlier talking to Ace because she's fucking, like,
this guy's assistant?
He's his assistant, or she's his assistant or secretary or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool, so... Because we've seen, like, I guess, Sumeri as a DGP employee outside of the game world.
Right.
But we haven't... It's not like... And technically, I guess you could expect that Garori and Sumeri's house, quote-unquote, where they live with Ace, is in the real world. But we haven't seen any, like... Other than whatever the fuck is going on with Neon's dad, we haven't seen, like, any implication of where the DGP interacts with, like, the real world. If there's, like, it's not like there's fucking funding, or, as we talked about before, there's no show, like, there's no sign of, like, a Squid Game situation with, like, some shadowy businessmen, like, sitting on the background. Like, there's just so much that we don't know still about, like, the greater, like, scheme of this organization, which, hey, that's what Geats is there for, to try and find the answers that we're all looking for.
Right.
But luckily...
Two quote-unquote new characters, right? Who can... Hey, look, remember the Hunger Games? We are really Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Here's your sponsored...
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's like when, fuck. What was that guy in the Hunger Games? The teacher guy? I don't fucking
wasn't it Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson? Okay,
I'm just saying I don't remember the character's name. I just remember that it was Woody Harrelson. Right?
Yeah,
it was played by Woody Harrelson, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I think
it's been years. I'm not gonna fucking look up Hunger Games shit, you know, right? But hey, look. When you're in the Hunger Games, you need to fake that relief. You gotta get those brownie points, you know, right? But gotta put on the show for the cameras, you know. Gotta give the audience.
Gotta wait till the last minute.
All right, and then I guess they can influence the game too.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, just like the Hunger Games, they can send in care packages. It's Geats. I mean, the funny thing is, right? So far we've established all of, like, the item drops as something related to like meeting a condition, right? Like, oh, you saved, like, civilians. Here's an item drop. Oh, you, like, here's the boost buckle. Oh, you saved another Kamen Rider from, like, the Jamato. Okay, here's the ninja buckle, right? Some other shit like that. This is the first time that it's just like, yeah, we could. I mean, well, I guess the Fever buckle kind of was like that, but it's still different, I would say, of like, hey, this is just actively someone just going, fuck it.
Here you go.
Hey, here you go. Yeah, launch that. Send that out. Here's a free buckle. Fucking here's auto aim or whatever, like aim assist. Fuck it, go. Here's a bonus. And they just give Ace a fucking, like, a buckle just out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, okay, you could just do that, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we learned that, hey, look, items are in rotation, you know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. Right?
Yeah, items are in rotation, and also, I've never seen this item before in my life.
Right? I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that I knew there was a game. I was wondering how this was working. Right? How the DG, like I said, the DG has a lot of fucking rules, right? So I guess they are following video games. Hey, look, if you don't miss your chance to get this item when it was available, you're not gonna get it now. We're gonna take it off the shelf. We're gonna put it in the Disney Vault, you know, right?
Yeah. Back in the Disney Vault for X amount of years.
So better get your chance now. Right? So hey look, it's the twin jet buckle, right? Command.
It's the twin command buckle.
Yeah.
With a sword and with a cannon. Again, it's not Gundam, but it's custom Robo? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, someone found out which custom robo you were talking about last week. Thanks to the viewers' audience.
Oh, awesome, great. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Custom Robo 2.
No. Custom Robo 2 is this, but you were describing a particular custom robo, and someone.
Oh, the one that was in the Smash, that was in Melee.
Yeah,
wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was the main one.
Yeah, it is called the Bayonetta.
Oh, Bayonetta?
No, not Bayonetta.
Are you sure? How much was she paid?
Look, you don't have to be paid if it's in-house, you know.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I lost. I got the link, but let me get this link. Let me see. Let me copy. Control X.
Oh, okay, there we go. Control C would do it too.
Control E. There we go. There is this one.
Okay.
This was the one. This is the robot's name.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Hey. It's a Gundam. But it's not a Gundam.
Yeah.
But it's a Gundam, and it's literally. I mean, that's basically the command twin. I mean, that's. You know what the funny thing is? Actually, looking at that color, it looks like fucking. What was the Mighty Brothers X-Aid?
Yeah. Mighty Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just like that orange and blue. I don't know what it is about like double where the like double like. Power like theme comes with like orange and blue, I guess, in thematically, but sure, whatever. It's kind of cool. They give him a sword. The sword's better than everything that was ever happened in Saber.
Yeah, I know, right? When I showed you the scanner, I was like, this is like the nicest looking Kamen Rider sword I've ever seen.
Also, he's so good with it. Like he just grabs it and he's like. He just goes, I don't know, I can't get the fucking buckle out. Oh, well, I'll start swinging. And he's just doing flips and shit and, like, swinging it around and, like, Babe Ruthing it with just, like, a fucking, like, home run bat shit. Like, he's whooping ass with his fucking buckle. It's just fucking nuts to me.
Yeah. Right? Like, I was like, hey, look, I'll figure this out. You know, I just gotta swing this around a little bit.
I'll figure this out soon enough if I just
look, it's a bladed weapon. That's all I need to know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I studied the blade. I know how to do this.
Hey, look, that was one of my past life. That's what I did in the 1600. You know, under Dante.
I've learned from the best. I've learned from I've learned strategy from Machiavelli. I learned swordsplay from Zorro. I learned fucking I fought the Three Musketeers. I challenged the dragon with fucking King Arthur.
Right? I was there on the Delaware River, you know, right?
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, Halo, yeah, like I said, hey, the sword is cool, right?
Yeah, sword fucks. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it also stacks up a charge as you slash it up. I mean, it's the mechanics of it are so fun, even if it is like, in my opinion, it almost feels too balanced of like, hey, so all you get is a visor and a sword to start off with, and you just have to make do with that. Then you have to swing it around and stack up energy. Then you get to take the buckle off. Then you get to transform. It's like, oh, okay. Seems like a lot of work just to do one thing. And then he transforms into Custom Robo, and you go, okay, no, that's okay. You know what? That's cool. If I have to swing around the sword...
This thing is big as fuck. It is
it's bulky as shit. This might be one of the tankiest, like... I mean, it's not that much more tanky than... It's not a mecha, which I think is interesting that we haven't had a mecha in Geats.
Like a big robot? Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm quite fine with. The mechas never really wind up looking great. But
what do you mean? Look, that's what Kamen Rider's known for. The giant robot fight, you know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
And the moment when they gatai and combine together.
Right? Look, that's what Kamen Rider's all about, you know, right? When the monster of the week grows, randomly grows big, you know, and then the riders all have to summon the robot to fight it, you know? Right?
Clearly.
Classic rider trope.
Yeah, you almost said it in the fucking thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Big cannon. Blastoise.
Yeah, fucking, Hydro pumps the fuck out of them. Yeah, Hydro pump for the win. gives Keiwa back the belt and all of his buckles before grabbing the belt. Like, really bad move, honestly. That's a rookie move from Ace. I wouldn't have seen that coming. The fact that he actually gave, again, talking about, like, wins for Keiwa, the fact that Keiwa trusted Ace foolishly once again, and Ace actually respected him enough to give it back and uphold his end of the bargain is fucking insane to me. Because every single time he's got...
What do you think reason why? Do you think this is still part of Ace's master plan? Like, oh yeah, this fucking idiot is not gonna know how to use his buckle, you know, right? He's gonna mess up. He's gonna mess up.
I don't know what his plan is. Because he just all of a sudden just goes, it's okay. Yeah, hey.
Yeah, look, it might be all
just like I said,
do better.
Just like I said, I'm gonna give you all... Like, do you think the start of the next episode is gonna be him and Keiwa just, like, him trying to grab all of the shit out of Keiwa's hands, and Keiwa being like, no, stop it, don't take my lunch money, no! Like, at this point, I can't imagine Ace just being chill with, like, oh yeah, no, my word is my word. I did say
you
that.
You can trust me, Keiwa.
We're
best friends.
Like, you know, I bet Ace has never regretted being, like, an actually decent human being as much as right now. Like, oh, god damn it. The one time I actually give this dumb piece of shit his, like, I don't, like, backstab this, like, kid, I get fucked for it. I'm never doing this again.
Right.
But hey, yeah, Girori's getting called out for rigging the game. You know, hey, stop the steal.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I know what you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
I know what you're up to. I've seen all the chat logs, but I've seen the Twitter report. I know what you're doing.
Look, the person didn't get fired yet before he sent the reports, you know. I still got time to get these reports out.
Yeah. Anyway, the other two belts then just go to the fucking Jamato.
Yeah,
I feel like that should just end the game. That feels like it should just end the game right now. But it's not. It's not the end of the game. It's just...
Right?
Because all of the chairs are filled now.
Yeah, right? Because the whole point of this was like, hey, you gotta get the drivers, you know, before the round's over.
Right? Well, okay. But I guess there's still rounds left. And also, it made it seem like there was only going to be one, like, chance of losing, which meant that, okay, we'd go from 5 to 4. Now we could potentially go from 5 to 3, which is like, okay... I really think that we're going overkill with trying to get rid of Ace, because I really think we're throwing the... This is like the actual example of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Like, we really want to get...
Or do you think Winner is so fucking determined? Look, I don't care if I die, but I'm taking you with me, you know, right? Like, look, I might lose my Christmas bonus, but at least I know you're not gonna get your bonus as well. Right? You're not gonna get your paycheck, right? I'll do whatever it takes, you know, right?
What if Hallelujah is the one sending it to the other guy, the sponsor, and being like, ooh, hey, look at all these things that the Democrats are planning. They're trying to get rid of Ace's penis off the internet.
Right?
But yeah, hey, next time on Kamen Rider Geats, there might be someone staring at you. We might have to eye them. Boy, hey, remember Kamen Rider Ghost?
Yeah.
No, don't remember it. Don't remember it. Nope. Even if we had to deal with it because of Saber, don't remember it. Don't want to remember it. Don't make me remember it.
Oh, I like how you reference Ghost when everyone else has been making other jokes about this new Kamen Rider, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, and look, but we'll say that for next time. Anyway, here's the meme, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure it's not liquid Keiwa?
Oh boy, we'll find out. We'll find out what version of Keiwa. Like I said, these timeline shit doesn't make any sense. You know?
Yeah.
Right? Alright, anyway, hey, look, that's this week's episode. Coronavirus is still a thing. Watch us, Ray Rascal shots. Boosters a thing now. Okay, thanks, bye.